Hey everybody, this is Theokinawakid'S here, and today is kind of a weird review, but I'm gonna review more or less all the various Marvel news, mainly the trailers that came out last Thursday for Investors Day for Marvel's big event of new releases that are gonna come out in the next couple of years. So to start off with, I'm actually gonna like go over the various trailers and stuff, and then go on the other news that we learned from Investor Day for Disney and all the Marvel news that comes along with it. So first off, Loki, the series on Disney Plus, is I saw the trailer of that, and it's pretty interesting. I like the idea of like this younger, more evil version of Loki, without the character development from the MCU, the one that escaped in like uh, the clutches of the actual Avengers during the whole debacle that was Endgame. So, with that being said, I would say debacle, but the whole hot mess of a hot mess is not even that accurate. Like the whole chaotic, thing that was um, the awesome chaotic thing that was in Endgame. So more or less, I'm trying to say is that like after like he escapes and basically winds up in a different dimension, let's just say he gets more or less caught by the interdimensional police known as the TVA, and basically TVA, yeah, tongue tied. I might have misspoke, but yeah, he basically gets caught in that organization's clutches, and more or less, the whole other thing with this is that like he's not agent with them, working for them, and now hijinks and multiverse shenanigans ensue as he's trying around the multiverse, causing a whole bunch of mayhem and destruction, well, and mischief all across the multiverse. So yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting trailer. Uh, can't wait to see that. Then the second WandaVision trailer premiered as well, and we get to see glimpses and new footage of the whole series as Wanda herself, Scarlet Witch, is, I think, more or less like trying to get into grips in the fact that like the Vision is dead, and she's warping reality to avoid that fact. Hence why it looks like a 1950s sitcom, a la Lucy and all that shit. Also, like Monica Rambeau is in this, but like she is grabbed out of reality and more or less placed in this fantasy world. Hell, like even like one of the telling moments is like, "Who are you?" Like Wanda's like, "I never met you before. Who are you again?" And like Monica Rambeau's like, "I have no idea." And literally it's like, oh great, now she's grabbing innocent people and warp in this warp reality, and now she has to fight for her fantasy. Like I'm not really sure what's the main plot. Like if she's trying to get out of the fantasy or is trying to fight to defend this fantasy world that she creates. But like it's gonna be interesting seeing how Scarlet Witch, and like Scarlet Witch is a reality warping person that with a lot of mental health problems in the comics. So the fact that she's gone crazy in this, supposedly will go crazy in this series, will be pretty interesting. Um, so with that being said, the whole other thing is that like the other one will be, let's see, oh yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is gonna be an interesting one because it follows directly after Endgame and has like you know the Falcon more or less, Sam Wilson taking on the mantle of Captain America after Steve Rogers more or less retired via time travel. It makes sense when you watch Endgame, and more or less like he more or less is trying to reel in the whole idea of becoming Captain America, and he's also assisted by Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, in this. Then stop a new terrorist organization, similar to Hydra, from ruining stuff, and then we could see stuff from like possibly like John Walker, aka the other Captain America from the 50s. And it's gonna be a pretty interesting series. So there's that. Also, there's also a whole thing with like the upcoming Miss Marvel movie series on Disney Plus. Sorry, kind of brain fart here. So yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is that Miss Marvel is looking pretty good. Is like despite recent like controversies that cannot talk today of the casting, with like some racial miscasting of the characters, or at least some of them. It's looking pretty promising enough, and hopefully it'll be a pretty good series despite of that. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a great series overall. So, also, let's see other news on Marvel stuff. Well, it's been confirmed that basically they're bringing back the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four, in and of themselves, are back in the MCU and coming up with a whole new movie coming out sooner than you think. So, in the next couple of years. So, there's that. Also, there's gotta be a new Ant-Man series. Ant-Man Quantumania. So, yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Quantumania is gonna be the new Ant-Man 3. So there's that. So we have all that going on, plus the whole thing with other stuff. Like for example, there's gonna be possibly some other things. Trying to think of them, but I'm trying to actually think because I'm trying to actually get all the. Sorry if you heard that. I was just flipping through YouTube at the moment, trying to think of other news came out. Oh yeah, Shuri is also being cast as the next Black Panther due to Chadwick Boseman's death. So literally, she's gonna be the new Black Panther, like her character of Shuri being the new Black Panther, like Shuri did in the comics during Dark Reign. So yeah, that'll be interesting. And outside of that, there's probably other ones as well. Let's see. Outside of that, let's see. Trying to think of all of them because it's like a whole different thing where it's like a whole mess of things happening all at once. So, trying to just think of all of them. Let's see. There's going to be announcing a Rocket Groot series. And a bunch of other things. Like, I will go in more into detail, but those are the main points I want. Oh yeah, Marvel What If. At the MCU's first animated series, Marvel What If, is going to be on Disney Plus as well. And features like, hey, what if like Sharon Carter were Captain America? Or what if like Captain America was a zombie? Or what if like T'Challa was Star-Lord and all that stuff? So, and it's going to be voiced by the Watcher or narrated by the Watcher, like in the original What If series. So with that being said, there's that. And overall, I will go into more, but that's kind of like the big topics I want to cover with all these Marvel releases and all that. So I'm excited for every last one of these new releases coming out on Disney Plus and stuff. I probably won't be able to watch it until later because, I don't have like Disney Plus on hand. But I'm excited for everything that's going to happen, especially the Fantastic Four coming back to MCU. And I will go into more, but I'll probably touch upon them a little bit later on a later date. So, with that being said, this has been the Theokinawakid'S review of all the Marvel news that basically came out the last week or two. And this is me signing out.